This is a Saturday Morning TVLog from Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews.
Welcome to another Saturday Morning TV Log, and this time around it's the new Fantastic Four brought to us by DePatie-Freleng and Marvel Comics. So greetings my fellow YouTubers, I'm Doyle, the Big D to you. This is Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. So this week's Saturday Morning TV Log is on probably one of the most long-lost shows of animation from the 70s. The new Fantastic Four. Well, although the title card, as I showed you, was the Fantastic Four, but it was promoted as the new Fantastic Four. An animated series produced by DePatie-Freleng, being one of the first of their Marvel superhero shows. So this would actually be their next to last production. Spider-Woman would be the last one. This is the second animated series based on Marvel's comic book series of the titular characters, after the Hanna-Barbera series in '67. The show premiered on NBC in September of 1978, a decade after the original series ended on ABC. Now, of course, the series is much more different than the previous series. Now, of course, we know the story. After getting exposed to cosmic radiation, the strange and powerful rays from the cosmic radiation changed each one of the members of this group. Reed Richards into Mr. Fantastic, Susan Richards, or Sue, into the Invisible Girl, and Ben Grimm into the ever-loving Blue-Eyed Dame. And now along with Herby the Robot, which stands for Humanoid Experimental Robot B-Type, integrated electronics. Because the reason why Herby was introduced, this of course is why we don't see Human Torch, because the 1978 television rights to use that character were tied up by a proposed television pilot movie in development by Universal. They ended up never being produced. Anyway, now the DePatie-Freleng had initially been slated to produce the Godzilla animated series, which premiered on on NBC that same year, while Hanna-Barbera was initially slated to do Fantastic Four. But when Lee Gunther at DePatie-Freleng acquired the rights to the Fantastic Four, Hanna-Barbera objected, leading to NBC brokering a deal between the studios wherein DePatie-Freleng would produce Fantastic Four while Hanna-Barbera would produce Godzilla. Now, Universal Pictures executive Frank Price had optioned several Marvel comics, including the Human Torch, and as a result, the series wasn't allowed to feature the character. See, considering after they had recently had success with the Incredible Hulk TV series on CBS. With the rights to one of the central characters tied up, Stan Lee decided a new fourth member of the team would be created that would take inspiration from R2-D2 from Star Wars. Dave Cockrum was initially asked to submit designs for the character, but as Cockrum hated the idea of replacing the Human Torch, yes, the idea of replacing Human Torch purposefully submitted several terrible designs that resembled objects like trash cans or lamps crudely grafted onto wheels. The assignment was then handed off to Jack Kirby, who designed a streamlined flying robot named ZZ-123 that would be renamed to Herby. When the series was initially set up at Hanna-Barbera, Mark Evanier, who wrote for the Hanna-Barbera line of Gold Key Comics, heard the company wanted a Jack Kirby look and feel for the series, which led to Evanier contacting the animation director to say Kirby was available to work on the show. While Kirby was allowed to work on the show, with Marvel Comics agreeing Kirby's work on the series would count towards the requirements of his contract. Excuse me, I misread that. So during their working on the series, Marvel Comics, then under the stewardship of President James Galton, decided they should become an animation company so they could deal with networks and not have to sell the rights to their properties, leading to the company partnering with DePatie-Freleng and forming Marvel Productions, who after who of course would get their own series afterwards in 1981 with Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends. While certain episodes were direct adaptations of the earliest adventures written by Lee and drawn by Kirby, several alterations had to be done for time limitations and adherence to broadcast standards and practices. Writer Roy Thomas, who worked on the series alongside Lee and Kirby, spoke about the limitations. I'm not. Oh, I misread again. My apologies. Imitations they encountered, such as how the thing was no longer allowed to hit anyone, man, beast, or monster. Depictions of guns and firearms were also strictly prohibited, with Thomas crafted a scenario where Skrulls were using Star Trek-esque phasers and received a note from the network stating no guns of any kind. In a private correspondence to Margaret Loesch, Stan Lee expressed dissatisfaction with the show's quality. Lee alluded to his intention to make changes for a second season. In addition to the death of the voice actor of the thing, who I'll get to that in a little bit, a second season was ultimately not produced as Fred Silverman, who was now president at NBC, hated the show. Silverman considered the show to be of poor quality and wanted it off the network. The series didn't last as long as its Hanna-Barbera counterpart. It only lasted 13 full episodes and ended in December of 1978. Now, of course, they have eventually have encountered numerous characters from their world of the comics, most notably including Mole Man and Impossible Man, even Medusa and the Inhumans, which of course that was the title of episode 4, and of course their most popular foe, Doctor Doom, was introduced in episode 8, which as a matter of fact was based on Fantastic Four number 5. Yes. So anyway, and well, in episode 13, Blastar, the Living Bomb Burst, was actually based on issue number 63. In the episode, Mr. Fantastic discovers the negative zone and unknowingly lets Blastar onto Earth, who goes on a rampage. Anyway, after that, it was the show had never been seen again. I don't think even in North America. Now, it later did get re-aired in Canada though on the Teletoon network. Now, episodes of the series were included on Prism Entertainment's Marvel Comics VO Library series, appeared in volumes 2 and 7 of the series. And Morningstar Entertainment released 2 episodes on Region 1 DVD in Canada. However, both The Impossible Man and Meet Doctor Doom are reissues of volumes 2 and 7 of the 1980s Prism Entertainment Marvel Comics VO library. Both DVDs were mastered from VHS copies of those old releases and therefore contain the Spider-Man episodes that were added on as bonuses to the VHS releases. Meet Doctor Doom is only available in the Villain's Gift set by Morningstar. Now, overseas, in 2008, Liberation Entertainment secured the home media rights to select Marvel shows from JX Europe and select European territories, including the new Fantastic Four. The company had plans to release the series on DVD, but in October the company closed their UK branch, leaving the series cancelled. But the following year, Clear Vision took over and released the complete series in a 2-disc set titled The Fantastic Four, the complete series, on March 1st, 2010 in the UK. So, yeah. No physical release here in the US on DVD, though, unfortunately. The show is also, unfortunately, not available on Disney Plus either, like Spider-Woman or Marvel Productions' own Spider-Man solo series and Spider-Man's Amazing Friends, which would make it only the second Marvel Productions or DePatie-Freleng produced series to be on Disney Plus next to the Incredible Hulk 1982 produced series. But however, despite the series' short-lived run, it would be changed soon because the following year in 1979, The Thing was back in Fred and Barney Meet the Thing, which of course featured The Thing, but in a different kind of story way. Now, I know I've already talked about its lead in the new Fred and Barney show, but maybe one day I'll talk about the actual series itself, but I don't know. In July of 2012, scenes from this series were recut, edited, and redubbed into comical shorts as part of Disney XD's comedic Marvel mashup series of shorts for their Marvel Universe on Disney XD block of program that include Ultimate Spider-Man and the Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes. So yeah. Now, of course, for our voice acting cast, we have voicing Mr. Fantastic, Reed Richards, is Mike Rowe, who, of course, was already well known for voicing Race Bannon on Johnny Quest and Xandor in the Herculoids. Voicing Sue Richards, the Invisible Girl, is Jenny Tyler, who I do know she's done some lots of voices. Let me see. Who, of course, was well known for voicing Jan and Black Widow in the Space Ghost cartoon, the original series, and she's recently done other third series, including Devlin and even the Chattanooga Cat as well, and the Avengers of Gulliver is too. I almost forgot. Voicing Herby is voice god Frank Welker. I think he does a pretty good job. He voices that character in the robotic style, similar to the way he would voice Scooter in Challenge of the GoBots for Hanna-Barbera a few years later. While Benjamin J. Grimm, aka The Thing, will be voiced by Lurch of the Addams Family fame himself, Ted Cassidy. Unfortunately, this would be one of his last roles. He passed away after this series was completed, as he had also, as the same year, he voiced Brainiac in Challenge of the Super Friends and did Godzilla's vocal effects for the Hanna-Barbera animated series that same year. Dick Tuffield was the narrator of the series. There were also other voices, including Joan Gerber, Don Masick, Marvin Miller, Vic Perrin, Hal Smith, and John Stevenson, who voiced Doctor Doom and Magneto. Yes, Magneto actually appeared in an episode as well in The Menace of Magneto. Now, actually, almost nearly every episode, lots of these episodes have Stan Lee's name because most of the episodes were actually written or had their teleplays written by Lee himself. So anyway, let me go ahead and give you a look at some artwork for the series. Here's a little bit of an artwork look at our promotional art for the series with Herby right above the thing. There's Mr. Fantastic and Invisible Girl. Now, this isn't really one of the best Marvel series, but it's worth maybe giving it one look into. Now, unfortunately, only a few clips from episodes are available on YouTube. The only way you can actually watch the actual series is through the Internet Archive. Just look up the new Fantastic Four on the Internet Archive, which is from 1978, and you should have no trouble trying to find it. All episodes are there. So now you know about the new Fantastic Four. Have you ever seen this show? Let me know in the comments section below. If you like this video, click the like button, subscribe, and be a part of the Big D Nation. Continue to help support my channel. Make it grow, make the views grow. Feel free to share my video with your friends and tell them about my channel if you'd like. And they might want to be a part of this. And later on, tonight I'll be bringing you a spoiler-free review of Transformers 1. So if you like this, consider checking out these other Saturday Morning TV logs. In the upper left-hand corner is a Saturday Morning TV log on the original Fantastic Four series from 1967, which is still one of the most viewed Saturday Morning TV logs in my book. The upper right-hand corner is my Saturday Morning TV log on Spider-Woman, which came out in 1979 after this series ended. And the bottom left-hand corner is the Saturday Morning TV log idea on Spider-Man and his amazing friends. And the bottom right-hand corner is the button you can click to subscribe if you like rankings and reviews on movies, TV, music, video games, etc., as well as the Saturday Morning TV log, then I'm your guy. Thanks for watching, and next week's Saturday Morning TV log will feature the same group, and that series will be Fantastic Four, the animated series from 1994. So until next time, true believers, I'm the Big D saying see ya, and in the words of the late great Stan the Man Lee, Excelsior! Bye now.